Portsmouth Historic Dockyard is the home of many historic ships. Today we visit two of the most famous. HMS Warrior 1860, a 40-gun steam-powered armoured frigate, was built for the Royal Navy in 1859. She was Britain's first iron-hulled armoured battleship and the newest member of the National Museum of the Royal Navy's fleet. Launched in 1860 at a time of empire and Britain's dominance in trade and industry, HMS Warrior 1860 was the pride of Queen Victoria's fleet. HMS Warrior was revolutionary, and at a stroke all existing ships were rendered obsolete. She housed all main guns, engines and vital services within an armoured iron hull and could move under both sail and steam. The combination of armoured plate, iron hull, breech-loading guns and powerful steam propulsion meant that she could outgun and outrun any ship afloat. She was built at a period of rapid change and was quickly overtaken by new vessels in a relatively short period of time. Warrior's service as a first-line battleship lasted just 12 years. In 1968, a trust was formed to save the great ship, and 11 years later, the 120-year-old hulk began a journey to Hartlepool. 8 years and £8 million later, the fully restored Warrior returned to Portsmouth. The aim of the Warrior Trust had been to restore the ship as near as possible to its 1860 condition. From the jetty to the boiler room, Warrior has been reimagined as it was in 1863. There has been many celebrated warships in Britain's naval history, but HMS Victory can justifiably claim to be the most famous of them all. A 104-gun first-rate ship of the Royal Navy, she was launched in 1765 and is perhaps best known for her role as Lord Nelson's flagship at the Battle of Trafalgar on the 21st of October 1805. She additionally served as Keppel's flagship at Ushant, Howe's flagship at Cape Spartel, and Jervis's flagship at Cape St Vincent. After 1824, she was relegated to the role of harbour ship. When fully manned, Victory had a complement of 850 men living, eating and sleeping in groups of 14 men and one boy in the space between two cannons. This was known as a mess. Captain Hardy, in charge at the time of Trafalgar, was on call 24 hours a day, and his living quarters opened straight onto the quarterdeck. This is the quarterdeck, which houses the wheel. In calm weather, it took 4 men to steer the ship, and between 6 and 8 when it was rough. The box is the binnacle with the 2 magnetic compasses they used to navigate the world, and are still in use today. It was here that Lord Nelson was pacing the deck with Captain Hardy on the 21st of October 1805, when the Victory engaged the French ship Redoutable on the starboard side at close quarters. As Lord Nelson turned to face aft, a sharpshooter spotted the Admiral's uniform and fired his musket at him. The ball entered his left shoulder, pierced both lungs and lodged in his spine, and he fell mortally wounded. The brass plate marks the spot where he fell. In 1922, Victory was moved to a dry dock at Portsmouth and was preserved as a museum ship. She's been the flagship of the First Sea Lords since October 2012 and is the world's oldest naval ship still in commission, with 243 years service as of 2021. She's become one of the UK's most loved visitor attractions.